It is June 26th, 1985, and a Chinese/Soviet commando raid on Okinawa is underway. Using a commandeered merchant ore carrier for cover, the commando force is within sight of the islands. A separate strike force of warships sortied from Ningbo yesterday afternoon. We are to proceed west from Karamo Reto and destroy the incoming enemy forces before they reach the island. We have the USAF E-3A Dark Star on station over Kadena Air Force Base, and USS Scott and Preble are mission critical. These ships have to survive. Welcome to the raid on Okinawa. This is a mission chain that is part of the Pacific Strike scenario. And we have, holy moly, we already have a load of contacts coming up. Lots and lots and lots. Okay, let's see what's what. We already have one of them identified as hostile and another. Okay. This is the landing that we need to prevent. So this is probably the landing escort. This could be another landing escort. And this, seeing as it's a very large, could be that merchant. There is another thing here. But it's behaving different. These things are doing 15-26 knots at a course of 119er. This is on 099. I'm assuming that guy's not hostile. What else do we get? We get a semi-small. They are probably not willing to respond. They're 10 miles out. Is that hostile? Go identify that. Stay at, I don't know, 3k. E-3A on station, and we have the Finback. Hello, Finback. You're not Los Angeles, are you? No, you're Sturgeon. Okay, we're packing Mark 48s, and we're packing UGM-84s. Harpoons. We already have a cannon identified. That's fast. So I'm assuming everything else is hostile. Because they all happen to be on the same course. Anything else? Yes, there's something else here. Doing 057 at 544 knots. Altitude. Sorry, altitude about 35,000. Not sure what that is. As for surface ships, what are you? You're a Kid-class destroyer. Oh, here's the Preble. So the Scott and the Preble were mission critical. I'm going to change the formation. I want the Preble close to the Scott, I want the Cunningham here, and I want the McCandles there. So we can have a bit more concise defense. The Preble is a Kuntz-class destroyer, so we got Standard Missile 1 ER, that's very nice, the extended range. Harpoons, and a bunch of anti-submarine warfare operating systems. The McCandles here is a Knox-class frigate. Decent anti-submarine warfare boats, I'd say. Outside of that, very limited in their usefulness. Yes, they have a couple of missiles, the RIM 7F, but the problem lies in their offensive anti-shipping capabilities, or rather the lack thereof, because they got a lot of torpedoes, but, well, the only weapon system I can use offensively against other ships might be this one, the Sea Sparrow, and otherwise I'm going to have to go down to the guns. Cunningham, you're an Adams class, you do have the standard missiles, you got the RGM-84, so you got more harpoons, nice, okay, progress. Seeing as everybody here... Oh, it's an Udaloy. Seeing as everybody here is in range... If this is a Grisha, that's not that big of a deal. Oh. Oh, is that what we're doing? Okay. Cool. So they already have us on some sort of detection. Which makes me very suspicious about that ship over there. Give me formation orders, air defense, no, sensor orders, air search. Formation orders, surface search. And if you're going to start shooting, friends, I'm going to start shooting. So, give me a salvo of 8. Shoot that Udaloy right down to the bottom. Next ship, Rebel. I want you to shoot 8 against the cannon. It might be a bit much, but that formation probably has some capability of shooting down my missiles. And I'd rather be able to eliminate most of them. I'll send 2 for this one. And I think that's it for now. McCandles is coming around. All those missiles are being launched. Excellent. Here comes the Harpoon Storm. That's a merchant nearby. I think I got SSN-2Cs. That's the sticks. That did not come off the Udaloy. So Tarantula, I think. Do we know where it came from exactly? Not really. Okay. As for the fin back here, I want to know what this is before I start throwing missiles in their face. Or torpedoes, for that matter. You're a very large contact. You're definitely a merchant. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's a friendly merchant. Yeah. So these are all hostile. The good news is they can't actually do anything. Oh, great. Bloody hell, there's more. First, we're going to deal with these incoming missiles. Many standard missiles are prepared. 7009er through 12. Okay, we got that one intercepted. Well done. That one was intercepted. Okay, so... Yeah. I see how it is. No prisoners. Is that what I think it is? Is that a spy ship? Sneaky devils. They just sent a spy ship right next to my formation. That's how I got detected. Okay. Fair enough. Ah, we know that this is a Grisha. They've been classified as hostile. Good. So we can probably use the fin back to start throwing missiles at them, but I can only throw 4 before my torpedo tubes have to reload. Up. Yeah, you're screwed now, sunshine. But, well, you've kind of already done your duty, I guess. Which was to shadow my position. Oh great, there's more. There is more. Head west. Head full. Damn Okian. Okay. What am I going to do with the rest of the harpoons on this one? I'll just put 2 on the Grisha. And put a single one on the other Grisha. If you can, that'd be great. This is coming in very fast. 640 knots at an altitude of 730 feet. I don't like that one bit. They're 40 miles out. Do I have anything that can touch them? You got ERs. 35 mile range. Your weapon's free now. Shoot whatever you wish to shoot. Come on, Preble. Let's go. I'm gonna say these are hostile because there's a formation of 2. If you got airliners doing that fast at that altitude, something else is going on. Anyway, first wave of harpoons is about to reach the targets. Whatever they turn out to be. Cannon, Udaloy. I guess there's a Tarantula in there somewhere. Or what was the other one? Whatever, the other missile boat. You're not dead? Oh, you will be. Oh, crap. Oh, you got Seawiz, starboard side of the bridge. Let's hope that's enough. Alright, boys. Have some missiles. Courtesy and NATO. Although, at this point, I guess it's more courtesy to the US, because NATO doesn't operate all the way over here, I imagine.
Birds away, track 7018.
Lots happening on the map right now. They're definitely going to get overwhelmed. There's no way in hell they'll stop all of these missiles. There's chaff going up. Come on, please stop that missile. Preferably quickly. Jump phase. Oh, they intercepted it right on the jump. This one got intercepted. This one's still preparing for the jump. There's so much going on that even the narrator can't keep up. Why are these still a factor?
Engaging track 70. Engage track. Engaging track. Birds away, track 70.
I do not want this getting any closer to my formation, because it does not seem to be friendly. How are we doing? We still haven't hit him? There's a hit. Hello, Udaloy. Oh, you intercepted it. Okay, we got the cannon killed off. That's progress, but the Udaloy... Jeez, this thing is remarkably good at killing off all the missiles. We still have a few going in, but if they can't stop those, then I would be a little incredulous considering how well they did against all the other missiles. Yep. Get the jump in. One hit on the Udaloy would be nice, just to neutralize it. I don't need a mission kill. Oh, no, 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 no. Idiot. Okay, we did splash nothing here. Kill this. Now. Standard missiles. Everything. That's hostile aircraft approaching to about 8 miles. 6 miles. Come on. Okay, we got one of them. Now the other guy. Quick! We don't have time. Get in there. What is that? A yak? Oh crap. You got a missile off. That's going for the pebble. We have no time to launch missiles at it. Oh god. Oh! Okay. Well, that could have gone worse. Jesus. That very nearly hit me. Okay, so we know the Udaloy is extraordinarily capable of shooting down missiles. I still have a few. I got 6 harpoons here. But with 6 harpoons, I'm not likely to get through all the missile defenses there. I could, however, start throwing in the missiles from the fin back as well. And see if I can get some kills that way. The Udaloy and her weapon systems. You get the RBU. You got this against 27 miles against my sub. I'm at 31, so you can't touch me yet. But give it a minute and they will probably get in range. So that's a problem. I need to eliminate that thing quickly. Alright, how about you? You got eyes on the Grisha, and you're still targeting the other Grisha. Good. Grishas aren't that capable of defending themselves. So I'm considering that as a nice win. Good, the spy ship is dead. Tell that other aerial contact. Identify yourself. Does not respond. Oh, that better not be a bomber. There's your chaff. That was an incoming missile. Another missile. Come on, I just need one hit per Grisha. That ought to do it. Oh, they're all going for the same one. No. Yeah, he dead. Don't worry. Okay, fine. Now I gotta wait for this thing to sink before I send missiles from the fin back after it. Seeing as they can't really touch me, I'm thinking of launching 4 harpoons in that general direction, reload and turn west in the meanwhile, and go after these ships. I also want to have the rest of the missiles from the Cunningham go after it, but that's... yeah, that's coming off of this launcher. So they're going to send those one by one. Whatever. Send as many as you can against the Udaloy. It's the biggest problem right now. As for the Rim 7, that's an anti-surface at a range of 10 miles. The Scott has an anti-surface range of 25. So we're not there yet. The Preble has the ER at a range of 35 miles. So we're getting close to that. That Petya is going to be in range of the standard missiles pretty soon. Yeah, we're sending these things up one by one. Okay, fine. You, at least, can work a little faster. I know that the harpoons have a narrow seeker cone. I'm going to see if I can abuse that. So we're going to go single shot Osa. Single shot Petya. Single shot this one. Single shot Udaloy. And this is making quite a nuisance of myself. And also definitely giving them my exact position. Missiles away. Okay, go deep.
Make my depth. 4.
Now we're going to turn away.
Turn to course. 208. Hell my.
And we're going to go to a head standard. I do not want to be at the position from where I launched missiles. These missiles are unfortunately not that well timed. They're going to arrive at separate times.
Bulldog away. Track.
So they have better chances of identifying and promptly intercepting these missiles. As for torp range, we're almost there. We got torps out to 20 miles. Now, thankfully, the Russians can't do anything against this. Not against the Finback at the moment.
Bulldog away.
I'm hoping I can abuse that as long as possible.
005.
You got about 18 miles to fly, and you're looking at 24.
Track 70.
We're still launching Bulldogs.
5.
That's the last of the missiles from the Cunningham. Okay, Scott. Head west at best speed. Head flank.
Ahead flank. Maneuvering eye.
At this point, they should be aware that there's missiles coming in. The Udaloy probably has missiles left, but I'm not sure how many. Give me the weapon seekers. Yeah, the weapon seekers for these missiles are very narrow, so they shouldn't be confusing their own target with another target right now. Let's hope that that remains true. We did kill off one Grisha there. 5 miles out. They're definitely going for the Osa. You're going for the Petya. There's an incoming surface-to-air missile. 2 of them, in fact. Intercepted. The amount of missiles that this Udaloy can throw up in the air is very impressive. There's another. Unfortunately for them, there's quite a few threats coming in from different vectors. They did intercept all of them from the Finback. Come on. Come on. Getting close to the Udaloy. If we can shut this thing down with one missile, that ought to stop most of the surface-to-air missiles that they can throw at me. Oh, come on. Please be smart. Don't go for the chaff. Up and down. And you... What the hell? I want my money back. Why are they pointing next to the Udaloy as opposed to right on at it? That makes no sense. Up. Course correct. Please. Don't dunk yourself right into the... Okay. Something's wrong with my bloody missiles today. This one at least seems to have an idea where it's supposed to go. Which is directly at the landing... Sorry, at the Udaloy. Up. Has the Udaloy expended all of its missiles, or is it reloading? Yeah, now we're finally going to get somewhere. Boom. That's one. The Udaloy is now going to be in a far worse condition, so it might not be able to defend itself. I can definitely clean up the small trash here, but that Udaloy had to go. But seriously, that missile dunked itself right into the water next to the Udaloy? That makes no sense to me. Finback. 21 mile range. Okay.
Turn to course.
Turn west.
6, 5. Hell my.
You have... Oh, you're almost in range. Okay. Progress it a bit. Udaloy dead. Finally. Our whole superstructure's been blown off. Thankfully. So you got another... What is that? A minesweeper? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. What's this Grisha up to? I'm not even sure he knows. Okay, at this point, I'm feeling pretty confident. I think I can safely eliminate those ships. And I should be able to deal with the other ones here, using the Preble and her standard missiles. We have range out to 35, I think it was. Yep. And they are just about there, that Osa. So considering that we don't really have any other way to... sorry, we don't really need to deal with these surface ships here in another way other than the Finback. And I have time. I can head north and eliminate the rest of this task force. Show the Soviets / Chinese that we mean business. The Preble is weapons free, so the moment that the Osa enters range, they should engage it. Petya is not quite sure what it wants to do, and the Osa here is holding steady. The Minesweeper is also probably a bit concerned, and rightfully so. Now the Finback does have more harpoons, but we're still reloading. Preble, 35. Oh, now the Osa's running away. Well, to be fair to them, that's their best chance. You don't really want to get too close to this formation, because they will eat you. So if they want to run off, that's fine. I just have to prevent the landing here. And that merchant is just herp-derping right forward. I could harpoon it, but I want to save those. Well, that Grisha... That Grisha's annoying. Because a Grisha has a couple of anti-submarine options. You got the SAN-4, which is to defend itself. You got the RBU-6000, the Z-65, capable of going after submarines. They also have the RBU-6, which can... Yeah, they can use this against torpedoes. Okay, in that case, I'm going to go back to PD, right back to periscope depth, and prepare to launch the rest of the harpoons. I'm thinking 2 for the merchant, and because I'm directly in line with the merchant and the Grisha, I can't really do that well against the Grisha, because all of the harpoons will find the merchant first. So that's annoying. Yeah, these guys have decided that they don't want to play in these waters anymore. Unfortunate, because they're like 0.9 miles away from a launch point. No. They're 0.88 away from the Preble. Okay. Depth 1, 2. Go to ahead 1/3.
Ahead 1/3. Maneuvering aye.
And we're just going to send 2 harpoons into that merchant.
Engaging track 70.
That still gives me 2 torpedo tubes, and I might be able to use those. There's 1 away.
7002.
2 away. Now we're going to change course. And go due south. Go below the layer. Freeze to ahead standard. Even though this thing cannot really fire back, it's more of a habit that I want to keep for myself. Where's that other air contact? The E3 can't see it, but I'm not sure if it's that big of a threat. Okay. I'm not so sure if this will eliminate this enormous merchant ship, but it should at least stop it. And I'll sign up for that. That's acceptable as an outcome, because then I can easily torpedo it. If the Grisha would like to come out of hiding from behind it, I can harpoon that thing as well. Oh, there's the incoming missiles. They are trying to defend their protectee. Shooting right over the merchant. That's bold. Rapid fire. Pop-up phase. Oh, you're going for the Grisha? You changed? Well, I don't... Oh, come on. And you're also going to go right for the Grisha. How did you ignore the tanker? The hell? It's like they decided to pop up and immediately forgot that their target was this. That's weird. I can't explain that. Why would they suddenly change targets? It's weird for the harpoon. Anyway, we are going to have to do something about this merchant here. But there's another, well, large contact in the way. So if I send a torpedo after it, it might find this one instead of that.
Turn to course.
Go very deep. We're going to go all ahead flank. If there's an enemy submarine nearby, well, life's going to get very interesting very quickly. Let's see if there is an enemy sub. Let's launch an ASW bird or 2. I feel we're getting close to completing the mission, but we can still muck it up at this point. Speed, 25 knots. Heading due west. How much time do you need? You're sailing 15 miles. Sorry, 15 knots. You're going to be there in less than an hour. Crap. This guy is very annoyingly placed. Maybe I should have sent 4 harpoons and I probably would have been able to take out the Grisha. Now I have to reload another 9 minutes. Oh well. This is always the trade-off in sea power. Do you go conservative with your missiles or not?
Roger. Turn 2, 6, 7.
Formation leader. Scott. Turn this way, dude.
Course 2, 5.
Okay, sea sprite up.
Hell my. Roger. Turn 2. We'll go.
In case you're wondering how I did that, hold control and right click. And you'll be able to deploy sonobuoys.
Roger. Turn.
In a well, let's say predetermined spread. The range... Whoops. Range is 7 miles, that's too close.
Roger. Turn.
If you do Control Alt, by the way, and the right click, you're going to be deploying 16 of them. So let's do that. There's the other sea sprite. I'm going to deploy... Well, I don't have 16, but
We'll go.
should be sufficient. Right on top of the island. Yeah, let's not do that. They got about 9 miles to go. The Finback has to be the one to get the kill here. Okay. Ahead 1/3.
Ahead 1/3.
I gotta make sure that those wires stay lined to the torpedoes. If not, I might find that I cannot control the torpedo and immediately sink in neutral.
Confirmed.
Tube 1, Tube 2.
Whip it away.
That ought to be enough to sink that merchant. They might be able to backtrack it, but I'm just hoping that I'm going to eliminate the merchant and not get shot at. Because I don't want to maneuver too much.
Turn to course.
I can maneuver a bit.
7, 7. Hell my.
Thankfully, this guy's probably making a boatload of noise, no pun intended. We don't have him on sonar. Because we're below the layer. Go above the layer.
My depth. 3.
I couldn't hear him because of the layer.
0. Dive eye.
Okay. Yeah, the rest of them are still bugging out. If you guys want to get there, we might be able to get here fast enough to launch a missile. But it's gotta be close. How fast can the Preble sail all by herself? 33 knots. Okay, Preble. You got orders to go flank speed.
Ahead flank. Turn to course. 2,
Ignore everything
4,
else in your
6.
path. Go as quick as you can. Because you're the only ship that has missiles that can reach this thing in time. Why is one of my Mark 48s going for the Grisha? No. Going for the merchant. Now, right-clicking on a new target can only be done if you have a wire-guided torpedo. Otherwise, it simply will not work. Finback coming up to above the layer. The layer is at 393.
Contact faded. Track
7011 faded. Not sure what 7011 is or was. Range 7 miles. Range for them about 8 miles. Okay. Close call. But they can still be eliminated within sight of the shore, which is right there. Problematic. Actually, I can try to have a torpedo go for the Grisha. I can call this one. No, I can't call them off anymore. Okay, so be it. I have 2 tubes ready. The other one's going to be reloaded in 7 minutes. Seeing as I have lost the wire anyway. Head full.
ahead full. Turn to course. 1, 9.
Please
5.
sink that
Hell my.
transport because we are running out of time. in a hurry. You're gonna be dropping, you're gonna be dropping. Preble, what the fuck?
Course 2, 3, 8. Hell, turn to course 2, 4.
Dumbass.
1. Hell my. Track 7, 0, 1, 0.
Change course.
Classified. Neutral. Merchant.
I have seen you guys' comments as well saying my ships just don't do what I tell them to do. Well, this is that right here. In action. I'm taking manual control of this ship for a bit, so that the Preble is at least going to go towards the right location. But because of that mishap, I think she'll never get into range. She needs 35, she won't be able to get there. So let's say a course of 250 is fine. Language control. Torps. We should be able to get him. Where is he? 1 mile out. Almost within the seeker cone. 1.6. There, we're searching.
Buoy away.
Now we have him on sonar. Passive sonar from the fin back. Torps have acquired target. At least one of them has. I think this one's not running active. This one is. He's still transiting?
Buoy away.
Yeah, we'll be able to get him. If only I can get one hit, I can slow him down, and that ought to be sufficient. Get in there. Almost. Half a mile. 0.4. 0.3. That's the active sonar. From the Torp. Look at how enormous that hull is. It is, however, going to get torn right open with these Mark 48s. Hit.
Hit track 7002.
And there's 2. He's not facing massive flooding right now. I don't know what'll stop him. Propulsion doing 14 knots. He's changing course, heading south. At least he's not Oh, the Grisha's popping noisemakers. For a second I thought this was going to be a submarine. But thankfully not. Okay, so he's turning away. Finback range, 9 miles. Grisha is going 16 knots, but he has the merchant pretty much between myself and him. So that means he's probably not going to be able to hear me. Well, with 4 Mark 48s, it should be done. Now, in hindsight, how would I approach this mission if I knew more? I would launch all harpoons just in this general direction and kill off that cargo ship. That would leave these ships as a bit of a threat. But I think if you just steam away from them, you can probably be safe. You probably don't need to worry that much. Boom.
Hit track 7. Buoy away.
This one's going to approach more from the aft. This guy's not giving up. Even after 4 Mark 48s, he's not giving up. I'm not so sure a flight of harpoons would have killed it. Because harpoons have less explosive power than the Mark 48s. At least we're kind of scaring this thing out of the landing zone, but it's taking 6. Oh, now he's on fire. There we go. He's sunk. Excellent. Job done. Okay, so now can we eliminate this Grisha? I think we can. But I don't necessarily have to do that with the fin back. As for the rest of these, I'm thinking they're bugging out, so they don't need to be targeted anymore. As for the merchant, it's dead, but the scenario hasn't ended, which means I might need to sink more. So I'm thinking I'm going to use this surface group here to hunt down this Grisha. And seeing as the Preble is the closest ship to the rest of the formation here, I might be able to catch those. They're only doing 18 knots right now. So that'll allow me to catch them. But I also have some other weapons that can still do that faster. Unfortunately, they might get shot down. The last of my 2 harpoons on all of my assets. I'm going to send 1 harpoon against the Osa. Well, let's go 2 on Osa. Because they'll just find the same target. Okay. Salvo 2. Osa. I could try spreading them out, but they'll just go for... Oh, hold on, there's something in my weapon seeker, and target that instead. As for Preble... 38 miles out. 40 against the Minesweeper. Yeah, this is going to take a minute. So we can splash that Osa. Right now they don't have their big Urloi friend defending them. And this looks pretty good. Hit. Yeah, that's an immediate kill for the Osa. There's no way they're coming back from that. And there's another one, just for good measure. Okay, good. So the Osa's dead, still no mission completion. Do I even need to include the Minesweeper in my eliminations, or is the Petya 3 and maybe the Grisha down here enough? Unfortunately, the Grisha is now racing away 27 knots. Why do you have to make things difficult? You'll only die tired. Finally, after racing after this thing for far longer than I ever wanted, and tinkering with the weapons free and weapons tight, because at some point I had all of these boxes ticked, the weapons are finally functional. So, we have a couple of our standard missiles going after these targets. Hoping it's the last of them, because I have no idea how I'm going to catch up to that Grisha at this point. They're way too far away. Oh, come on. And... yeah. Fantastic. Next, please. We can do this quite a few more times. We've still got 33 more missiles. But good lord. This is taking forever. And you're going for the chaff. And you're also going for the chaff. Are you going for... No, you're going for the target. Nice. Get that Minesweeper. Boom. Okay. Once again, livening caller. Here comes another missile. Detach the booster. I think they're going to be dead in the water after taking that hit. As for this Petya 3, not so sure. They're trying to defend themselves. Jeez, these things are addicted to chaff. This one's going for the dead target, or at least the wounded one. Preble, more where that came from. Preble's also engaging with its main gun. But so far, I'm not so sure if we actually hit something. Yeah, we've hit the Minesweeper again. The thing I want to hit is the Petya. Please don't have chaff ready. Please don't. I'm gonna still... No, these things are not radio guided. I cannot tell them where to go. Bloody chaff addicts! Yeah. He was gonna go for the Minesweeper again. Boom. Preble. Shall we finally put this Petya out of commission? Pretty please. No! Bloody hell. Like, at this point I feel kind of bad for this Minesweeper because it's taking every single missile. And these standard missiles are just so easily fooled by the chaff that I'm wondering why you would even arm your ship with any anti-surface or any anti-air missiles anyway, because... Oh, finally! We got a smarter one. Yes! Thank you! You've successfully prevented the commando unit from gaining a foothold on Okinawa. That is mission accomplished. I did not lose any units. Destroyed all the units, I got a score of 1000%, and I got a decisive victory. Nice! Now, I highly recommend that you try this scenario for yourself. You can find it, as mentioned, linked in the description. It's not my scenario. Ian has put this up on the workshop. It's a series of 5 missions. And I'm going to be doing the next one very soon. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon on Sea Power.